morning students. Today once again moving ahead with economics of class 11, we are going to start today with the second chapter of microeconomics. Students, microeconomics second chapter is your central problems of an economy. But before moving ahead, a quick revision is required for this first chapter also, that is economics and economy, because it is related to that also. We studied what is economics. Economics is all about economic activities. It is considered individually also and it is considered on the whole of the country also. Next we studied that how it is being related to consumer point of view, how producer point of view and how government point of view. We also got to know that there is always a problem of choice. Problem of choice is always there because our resources are limited and they have alternative choices. Resources are limited, they say that means are limited. So consumers point of view says that their means are limited, like they had to spend money according to their financial status. If producers choices, we say that they had to manufacture it with maximum profit taking consideration, and government also have problem of choice taking into consideration that what all public revenue they have collected from us, how they had to distribute. Other than that, we discussed about three economies, that is market economy, your centrally planned economy and your mixed economy. Understood? Now we move on to the three central problems of country. Three central problems of country is what? Taking consideration problem of choice, how this pertains everywhere. So it's what to produce, how to produce and for whom to produce. If we look into these questions, they are very simple, but in a larger note, they are quite difficult to understand. They have huge concept. How it is become, how they have become the central problem as first is your what to produce. What to produce means goods are produced, we all know manufactured goods are there, capital goods to produce, or we should produce consumer goods. What more to produce? Both the goods are produced in the industries, alright, both the goods comes into the market. Now the point is that what is essential? What is essential? It is essential to produce more of the capital goods, that includes plants and machinery and various tools or equipments, or is it necessary to produce the consumer goods that raises the standard of living? Keeping into consideration both the things are necessary. One increases further production of this increases the future growth, and other increases what? Other increases our life standard. But we cannot maintain a balance between them. To grow one has to lag behind. Both cannot go parallel, though both are necessary. So compromising one with the other, growing other or producing other, that is known as opportunity cost. That gap is known as opportunity cost. And the question also here is most important, how much to produce? Much more of the capital goods or less of the consumer goods? Understood? And this is why is there. This is because our choices are limited. We had to compromise in our choices only. We had to limit with our compromise only, that choices. Now, next is your how to produce. How to produce means there are two ways of producing the things, that are manufacturing the things, right? One is techniques of production, this is labor intensive and capital intensive. Labor intensive implies greater use of labors. More of the people are involved in that. It is very general. When more of the people will be there, more people will work anywhere, they will get good wages, and ultimately what will happen? It will reduce unemployment, or it will say that it promotes employment. Understood? Other than that, capital intensive, it implies greater use of capital. Money is involved. When money is involved, technologies will be involved, promotes efficiency, accelerates pace of growth. How? Technologies are there. Removing the labor intensive, we are promoting to computers. One man can do many tasks onto the computer. But the question is that what is required more? Keeping into mind the scenario of the country, labor intensive, right, is the technique which is required. But does it increases the growth of the country also? Will the pace of the country to get the GDP would also be there? I would say no. Labor intensive would decrease your GDP growth, will not increase at such pace. So here also the question arises, what choice is available? Where again the problem of choice is here also. Another question arises, for whom to produce? There are two sections generally we see in our country, rich and poor. Is it possible, student, that we can manufacture or the producers can manufacture the thing only for the richer section? I think no. Because with this, richer will become richer and the poorer will become poorer. We are living in the same country, so the balance should be there. Here also problem of choice occurs. How? The problem of choice occurs if the prices should be maintained like that, the profit maximization should be with the producers. But what about the poor? If social welfare is considered, then the pace of GDP will grow less. Then again, it is a diplomatic situation where the decisions taking are difficult. One thing is clear, to promote other, one has to compromise. One has to be at the lower level. Understood, student? So we got to understand with this that problem of choice pertains in all the three things. What to produce, how to produce, and whom to produce. But what is problem of choice? It says resources are scarce and resources have alternative uses. Understood till here? Now there is a question, what happens when resources do not have alternative uses? What if will not provide choices to anyone? Won't be a monopoly of persist over there. And why not to produce? If a farmer can produce on the same piece of land wheat and rice, then why can't he can only produce wheat? It is because enhancement of the growth of the country should also be taken into consideration. Other than that, now a very important thing that we need to understand, we studied that there are three types of economies that prevails. First is your market economy, centrally planned economy, and then mixed economy. Market economy is what? That is free economy based on totally profit maximization. Producers produce the things, manufactures and things and place it onto the consumers, taking into consideration just their profit. That means what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce is done keeping in mind just one thing, that is profit motive. They produce that only things will give them profit. This is known as free economy. The things are produced by taking into consideration of the market demand and market supply. Other than that, centrally planned economy. Centrally planned economy is also known as your government economy, controlled by the government. Here, what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce is totally based on the social welfare, taking into consideration with all the people. That is why government is involved. But here one important thing to be understand, that GDP growth cannot rise if profit motive is segregated. And last is your mixed economy. Mixed economy, what, how, for whom? Producers are free to produce of their choice, but government also takes its decision. Private sector is also there, but government also pertains some of the rights, like railways. Railways are strict with the government only. Whatever fare the railway decides, we have to purchase that, and it is equal to everyone. So both the things are there. In totality, if we say that market economy is totally the private sector, centrally planned economy is your public sector, and mixed economy can be considered as both the sectors. So students, we'll move on to the next topic further. For today, we have discussed three central problems. Then we discussed how it is labor intensive and capital intensive are different from each other. Then problem of choice, how pertains, and then few of the market economy, centrally planned economy and mixed economy, how they deal with their problems. In the next part, we'll move on to the other important things of this chapter. Thank you.